time, Gigi?
Is it time, Gigi? Is it time, Gigi?
Gigi, is it time? Is it time, Gigi? Is it time to go read to Charlie? Let's go! I'm ready, Gigi.
Knock, knock, knock. Knock, knock, knock. Knock, knock. Who's there? It's Patches. And if Patches is here, you know who else is here? It's time for Gigi. Hey, Charlie, how you doing today? I hope you have a good day. Heard you were feeling you've been a little under the weather. Hope you're feeling better today. Yes, Gigi's been thinking about you. Yeah, looks like I'm gonna be going out there. Or no, let's see. Yes, you got a special day coming up in a few weeks. Quite excited about that. 3. Yeah, 3. And then you're going to come all the way to Arizona. That's what I hear. I'm so excited. You and your mama and your daddy and even your dear Stacy. How exciting is that? I'm so excited. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and start a new book. Not going to do any cards, not going to do any of the words. We're going to try to get through the sleep book. How about that? How about we try to get through the sleep book? This is Dr. Seuss book. I don't think I've seen this book before. So we're going to go ahead and try to get through without getting sleepy. No memes. I'm just saying. All right, honey. So let's go ahead and Dr. Seuss, the sleep book. Look at these two. These two, they're sleeping already. See that? All right, so here we go. Oh, it says, this book is to be read in bed. Well, I'm not there to read it to you when you go to bed. Or maybe I'll bring it to you and then you can take it to bed. And when you read it, you can think of me. What do you think? Huh? All right. Dr. Seuss Sleep Book. Here we go. The news just came in from the county of Kick that a very small bug by the name of Van Vlick is yawning so wide you can look down his neck. This may not seem very important, I know, but it is, so I'm bothering telling you so. Guess that's Flick, huh? Well, let's continue reading. A yawn is quite catchy, you see, like a cough. That's true. Have you noticed that sometimes if you yawn, your mama will yawn, or your daddy will yawn, or your daddy yawns, your mama yawns, and you yawn? Sometimes it's funny that way, huh? It just takes one yawn to start other yawns off. Now the news has come in that some friends of Van Vlick's are yawning so wide you can look down their necks. Yeah, look at how wide they're yawning. You can kind of see down the neck, huh? At this moment right now, under 7 more noses, great yawns are in blossom. They're blooming like roses. Look at all the people yawning. See, they're all yawning? They all want to go memes, huh? The yawn of one. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Just want to check something. All right, here we go. Where was I at? Where was Gigi at? Let's see. All right, all the yawns were blooming like roses. That's right. The yawn of that one little bug is still spreading. According to the latest reports, it is heading across the white fields through the sleepy night air, across the whole country toward every where, and people are gradually starting to say, I feel rather drowsy. I've had quite a day. Look at everybody all drowsy, huh? Yeah, it's crazy what's going on there, huh? Creatures are starting to think about rest. 2 buffet bomb birds are now building their nests. They do it each night, and quite often I wonder how they do this big job without making a blunder. But that is their problem, not yours and not mine. The point is they're going to bed, and that's fine. Yeah, see, the birds going mimes. They call those birds. Kind of big, funny-looking ones. Sleep thoughts are spreading throughout the whole land. The time for night brushing of teeth is at hand. Up at Herricksheimer Falls, where the great river rushes and crashes down cracks and great garling gushes, the Herricksheimer sisters are using the brushes. Those falls are just grand for toothbrushing beneath, if you happen to be up that way with your teeth. See them too? Brushing their teeth. Surprised they're not getting wet, huh? The news just came in from the castle of Crump that the lights are all out and the drawbridge is up. And the old drawbridge drawer just said with a yawn, "My drawbridge is drawn, it's going to stay drawn. Till the milkman delivers the milk about dawn, I'm going to bed now, so nobody better come round with a special delivery letter." See, look at, he's Mimi's. So he's bringing the bridge. Why does everybody want to go Mimi's? I don't get it. The number of sleepers is steadily growing. Bed is where more and more people are going. In Culpeper Springs, in the Walkers Hall, the Walkers stilts are all stacked on the wall. The Walker walkers have called it a day. They're all tuckered out and they're snoozing away. This is very big news. It is important to know, and that's why I'm bothering telling you so. Look at all the stilts, and these are all the ones that use the stilts. You know, your papa told me, I don't know if this is true or not. He says that he used to ride a unicycle when he was a kid. A unicycle is one wheel. It's like a bicycle, but the one wheel. So you kind of have to balance yourself, or you're pedaling with just the one wheel. But he also tells me, I don't know, that he used to walk on stilts all the time when he was a kid. Can you see your papa walking on stilts? I don't know about that. I have to ask his brothers and sisters about that. Way out in the west, in the town of Merced, hey, yes, your daddy, we didn't used to live too far from Merced, probably about an hour away. In fact, if I remember correctly, in Merced, okay, I'm gonna get distracted here. I'm gonna go off page, whatever you want to call it. In Merced, there's a place called Shakey's Pizza. There used to be. They had these. The pizza was okay. It was all right. It was the Mojo potatoes that were the bomb, as you know, people might say. They were very, very good. In fact, I'm gonna learn how to make those because those were so good. We drive from Fresno, and I believe it was Merced. It was probably about an hour away, just to go get some pizza. Sometimes you get the chicken. Your grandpa liked the chicken, but for sure we get the pizza and we get the Mojo potatoes. And sometimes even after we had dinner there, we get a pizza and get extra Mojos to bring home so we can eat the Mojo potatoes at home. I should tell you about that. So anyway, way out in the west in the town of Merced, the Hinklehorn Hunking Club just went to bed. Every horn has been quietly hung on a hook for the night in its own private Hinklehorn nook. All this long happy day they've been honking about, and the Hinklehorn honkers have honked themselves out. But they'll wake up quite fresh in the morning, and then they'll all start Hinklehorn honking again. See, those are all the honkers. They're going mimes. That's funny. Everywhere creatures are falling asleep. The collapsible fink just collapsed in a heap. And by adding the frink to the others before, I'm able to give you the Who's Asleep score. Right now, 40,404 creatures are happily, deeply in slumber. I think you agree that's a whopping fine number. Yeah, that is a big number, huh? Let me read that number again. 40,404 creatures are happily, deeply in slumber. That is a big number, huh? Counting up sleepers, just how do we do it? Really quite simple. There's nothing much to it. We find out how many, we learn the amount by the audio tally count. On a mountain halfway between Reno and Rome, we have a machine in the plexiglass dome, which listens and looks into everyone's home, and whenever it sees a new sleeper go flop, it jiggles and lets a new bingo bell drop. Our champ counts these balls as they plump in a cup, and that's how we know who is down and who's up. See that? I don't know if I want somebody picking my one to see my memes. I don't know about that. Do you talk in your sleep? Do you talk in your sleep? I don't talk in my sleep. I don't think I talk in my sleep. Did your daddy talk in his sleep? I don't think he did. I don't remember him talking in his sleep when he was a little boy. Or your tia. Not so much. And I don't even think they sleptwalked. Do you sleepwalk or do you talk in your sleep? I have to ask your mom and daddy if you do that. But I don't think your daddy did. Not that I remember. Am I going to make something very clever? No, okay, that didn't even rhyme. Sorry about that. I digress. Let me go back to the book. Do you talk in your sleep? It is a wonderful sport, and I have some news of this sport to report. The world champion sleep talkers Joe and Mo Reed Zoff have gone to sleep and they're talking their heads off. For 55 years now, and each chattering brother has babbled and gabbled all night to the other. They've talked about the laws and they've talked about game. They've talked about pause and they've talked about flaws. They've talked quite a lot about old Santa Claus, and the reason I'm telling you this is because you should take up this sport. It's just fine for the jaws. I don't know about that. You never know what you might say in your sleep. Do you walk in your sleep? I just had a report of some interesting news of this popular sport. Near Finnegan Finn, there's a sleepwalking group with not only walks, but it walks alley hoop. Every night they go miles. Why they walk to such length to keep eating to keep up their strength. Oh, brother. So every so often one puts down his hoop, stops hooping and does some quick snoopy for soup. That's why they are known as a hoop, soup, snoop group. Really? The hoop, snoop, soup group? I don't know if we're going to make it through this book. We're going to keep trying, okay? Sleepwalking two are the curious Crandalls, who sleepwalk on hills and associate with assorted-sized candles. The Crandalls walk nightly in slumbering pace, in spite of slight burns from the hot dripping grease. The Crandalls wear candles because they walk far, and if they wake up, want to see where they are. See? I guess sometimes they get burnt with the wax drips on them. They call it grease. That's wax. Why are they walking around with candles on their head, huh? I don't get that. I get the part they want to know where they're at if they wake up, but yeah, I'm thinking you can use something else. I'm just saying. That's silly. That's silly, huh? All right. Now the news has arrived from the Valley of Vale that a Chippendale mup has just bitten his tail, which he does every night before shutting his eyes. Such nipping sounds silly, but recall it's wise. He has no alarm clock, so this is the way he makes sure that he'll wake up at the night time of day. His tail's so long he won't feel any pain till the nip makes the trip and gets up to his brain. In exactly 8 hours, a Chippendale mup will at last feel the bite and yell, ouch, and wake up. Okay, so you're going to tell me that this guy bites his tail and takes 8 hours for the pain to hit his head? I don't know about the Chippendale. What is up with that? I don't know about the story. This story's kind of, I don't know. I don't get it. All right, here we go. And Mr. and Mrs. Carmichael Crocs have just gone to bed near the town of Fort Knox. And they, by the way, have the finest of clocks. I'm not at all sure what I quite understand just how the thing works with that one extra hand. But I do know this clock does one very slick trick. It doesn't tick-tock. How it goes is tock-tick. So with the ticks in its talker and the tocks in its ticker, it saves lots of time and the sleepers sleep quicker. I don't know. What a fine night for sleeping, from all that I hear. It's the best night for sleeping in many a year. They're even asleep in the Zwicker motel, and people don't usually sleep there too well. The beds are like rocks, and as everyone knows, the sheets are too short. They won't cover your toes. So if people are actually sleeping in there, it's a great night for sleeping. It must be in the air. So I guess everybody wants to be sleepy that night. That's weird. That's so weird. It's a great night for snores. I just had a report of some boys who are in the tops in this musical sport. The snortiest snorers in all of our fair land are Snorty McPhail and his Snort Band. This band can snore Dixie and... Hey! I'm sorry. Jet, I know, I'm almost done with the book, okay? Well, yes? Can you wait? Hold on. Does Patches have to tell you to knock it off? Huh? Does Patches have to say knock it off, Jet? What is going on? Hold on. Let me see what's going on with Jet. Why is she talking? Huh? Gigi's reading. Why is Jet talking? Jet. What's the problem, Jet? Huh? Are you done? Can Gigi finish reading? Go on. Come on. Let Gigi finish reading. Jet. Are you done scratching now? She's just scratching. Tick, 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 tick. You done? You done? Okay. I think she's done, Charlie. All right. Okay. You done? All right. Sheesh. Here we go. Finish reading, okay? It's a great night for the snorers. I just had a report of some boys who are tops in this musical sport. The snortiest snorters in all of our fair land are Snorter McFile and his Snort Band. The band can snort Dixie and Old Swanee River so loud it would make 40 elephants shiver. The loudest of all the boys is McFile. He snores with his head in a 3-gallon pail. So they snore in a cave 20 miles out of town. If they snore closer in, they would snore the town down. See, the kid has he's got a pail on his head. I don't know. Do you know who's asleep out in the Fauna Laguna? Two very nice Fauna Laguna baboona. We've added them into our Who's Asleep count, which has grown to a really amazing amount. Exactly 8,808 creatures are sleeping now. Isn't that great? Here's the bamboonas. They look like baboons to me. Baboons. But baboons are... These are baboonas. I think that's why I'm getting confused. All right, here we go. A Jed is in bed, and the bed of a Jed is the softest of beds in the world, it is said. He makes it from pom-poms, he grows on his head, and he's sleeping right now on the softest of fluff, completely exhausted from growing the stuff. Well, yeah, you're growing all the stuff on your head. I'd be kind of exhausted too. No wonder why he's going memes, huh? A sleepy book, all right. The news has come in from the district of Dolph. The two Alfs are asleep and they're sleeping aloft. And how are they able to sleep off the ground? I'll tell you. I weighed one last week and I found that as Alf is so light, he weighs minus 1 pound. So he's almost like a balloon, poof, up in the air, huh? Yeah. A moose is asleep, he is dreaming of moose drinks. A goose is asleep, he is dreaming of goose drinks. That's a wow and good when a moose dreams of moose juice, and nothing goes wrong with a goose dreams of goose juice. But isn't it too good when a moose and a goose start dreaming they're drinking the other one's juice? Moose juice, not goose juice, is juice for a moose, and goose juice, not moose juice, is juice for a goose. So when a goose gets a mouthful of juices of mooses and moose gets a mouthful of juices of gooses, they always fall out of their bed screaming screams. So, I'm warning you now, never drink in your dreams. Yeah, you probably don't want to do that. Don't be drinking moose juice or goose juice. Speaking of dreaming, I think you should know that the Bumble Tumble Club is now dreaming afloat. Every night they go dreaming down Bubble Tub Creek, except for one night every third or fourth week, when they stop for repairs because their bumble tubs leak. But tonight they're afloat, full of dreams, full of bliss. And that's why I'm telling you this. Oh, look at, they're just floating along. Floating along. That's right. That's funny. At the fork of a road in the Vale of Vavode, 5-foot weary salesmen have laid down their load. All day they raced around in the heat at top speeds, unsuccessfully trying to sell zizzers off seeds, which nobody wants because nobody needs. Tomorrow will come, they'll go back to their chores, they'll start on the road, zazzer zophing once more. But tonight they've forgotten their feet are so sore, and that's what's happening, and that's what the wonderful nighttime is for, so they can rest. See them, they're all laid out. Yeah. Everywhere creatures have shut off their voices. They've all gone to bed in the beds of their choices. They're sleeping in nooks and they're sleeping in cracks. Some on their rummies and some on their backs. They're peacefully sleeping in a comfortable hole, some even on a soft, tough barber shop pole. The number of sleepers is now past the millions. The number of sleepers is now in the billions. Wow, that's a lot of sleepers if it's in the billions, huh? I know, that's crazy, crazy, crazy. They're sleeping on steps and a string and on floors, and mailboxes, ships, and the keyholes of doors. Every worm on a fish hook is safe for the night. Every fish in the sea is too sleepy to bite. Every whale in the ocean has turned off its spout. Every light from here and far foodle is out. And now adding things up, we are way beyond billions. Our who's asleep score is now up in the zillions. Wow. Looks like everybody's asleep. See all these little people right here? And the flowers. Look at the water. They're all memes, huh? The zillions, the zillions, the zillions. Huh? You want to look at the fish? See the fish all asleep? Zillions and zillions. 99 zillion, 9,000,002 creatures are sleeping. So how about you? When you put out your light, then the number will be 99 zillion, 9,000,003. Huh? It's a funny book. Good night. I don't know, Patches, what did you think about that book? Huh? Did that book make you sleepy? Oh, I think I'm sleepy, Gigi. Oh, no, I think I want to go memes. I'll go memes. Good night. That Patches is silly, huh? Well, I'm glad we got to that book. I was so sleepy, I'm just saying. I hope you enjoyed it. That's called The Sleep Book. I don't think we're going to read it again. I'm just saying. Anyway, I hope you get better, because I know that, your ears have been bothering you, so I hope you get better. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Give a big hug. Here's a hug for you. Ooh. And here's a hug for your mom and daddy. Ooh. And you know what Gigi says? Gigi says she loves her Charlie to the moon and back. Charlie, to the moon and back, Charlie. To the moon and back, baby girl. To the moon and back.